Hello, my beautiful twin flames, and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So, I really wanted to do this video to give some guidance. I've been speaking to so many of my clients on their twin flame journey. And so, I just wanted to share with you what I've really been picking up on energetically and what insights I've been receiving. So if you want to just go straight to the reading, I will provide the timestamp below. So why are twin flames giving up on the journey? And what I want to say is it is a very natural part of your journey, not just the twin flame journey, but your journey in life. Because with everything that's going on, especially planetary influences, the influences of the moon cycle. Right now, we're just coming out of a really powerful full moon. Now we're going into Mercury going direct because it was in retrograde as well as with other planets. That has a heavy impact on all of us. Not to say that it is a negative thing, but it's more like it's intervention is what it is. It's divine intervention. And so we are going through a global shift of awakening. And what happens to us on our journey is we awaken to the higher truths of who we are. And so part of that journey is really to discover self-love, to discover who you are. And on the twin flame journey, so many twin flames are feeling dissatisfied. They're feeling like it's literally gone backwards. Things are not improving. And it feels like they have had enough. And I'm really appreciating that part of it, because what that means is you are awakening to your own self-love. Because self-love does mean putting our own needs as a priority. So guess what? If someone else isn't fulfilling those needs, if our twin flame is not fulfilling those needs, we're going to say, forget you, and we're going to discover how to fulfill those needs ourselves. Sometimes we still look to other connections to fulfill those needs. We're so conditioned to look outside of ourselves to fulfill us. We look outside of us to feed us. But what the journey is becoming self-sufficient so that we are not needing to rely or depend on anyone or anything to satisfy those needs, to fulfill us, to bring us happiness. This whole journey is to discover how we can be happy on our own. And sometimes that's what happens, well, most times, that's what happens on the twin flame journey. The twin flame is made unavailable to fulfill our needs because we are meant to fulfill them first, ourselves. Because it's not our twin flame's job to make us happy. It's not our twin flame's job to make us feel loved. That is our job. And until we really learn that and accept that and practice that, we're never going to be satisfied in any connection, whether it's twin flame, soulmate, karmic, whatever. And sometimes these labels just make us so nauseous because, it's very understandable. So many of my clients are saying, I'm just giving up. I'm just want to let go of this whole journey, let go of the label. And I'm with you. I feel that. I feel that pressure, that anger, that resentment, like things are supposed to be working out in our lives. And why am I not having true love? You're at a very important point right now. Because whatever you decide for yourself will bring you into alignment. You're needing to experience this pressure so that you can discover for yourself what it is to feel loved. So if stepping off the journey is what you are wanting, then go for it. That is part of your experience, your desire for expansion. I myself have stepped off the twin flame journey. This was years ago, and I left it for many, many years. I got into several karmic relationships where I did learn a lot, and I still wasn't fulfilled. I could have settled, but then I'm like, if I settle, I'm not honoring who I am. And so those connections ended, and I had to start from scratch and discover I'm back on the twin flame journey. And it's not to say that my twin flame was ready to be with me. No, it was because I wasn't ready. I wanted it. The desire was reawakened in me. And I feel like that's what may be happening for you. The desire is reawakening, and it needs to be fulfilled. That desire needs to be filled. But we're not seeing it happen. And so it's very natural to step away from the twin flame journey or from the person that you believe your twin flame to be. I question it all the time. It's completely natural. It's human to doubt. It's human to doubt that twin flames really exist. But from my experience and from my own personal research, going back to the beginning of evolution wanted expansion, and therefore, from there, everything else evolved. But at the very beginning, consciousness wanted to have more experience, wanted to experience itself from another perspective. And the only way to do that was to create something or someone in order to be able to experience itself. Consciousness needed a mirror. Hence, we were each created with a mirror. So we were created as one consciousness. Consciousness split in order to have that mirror, in order to expand consciousness. So we are descendants of that original consciousness creation. And so that's how, in my mind, I know that twin flames exist, because we are descendants of that original creator, of that original consciousness. And through evolution, experience was created to experience every possible outcome, every possible experience that consciousness could think of, in order to expand and learn and see, and grow. So we as a consciousness, we as humans, we are born into an environment where we get to experience every possible experience there is. We may not choose to actively participate in certain experiences, but through observation, we can see how other people are experiencing things. So our consciousness then expands. So you as a twin flame were created with a mirror. Now, some lifetimes we go and we don't discover our twin flame because we're too immersed in whatever the case is. We're too concerned with 3D life that we ignore consciousness and expansion and growth. And so many of us don't experience a true mirror, but everything is a mirror. Every relationship that we are in is a mirror. I feel the twin flame connection is the ultimate mirror, ultimately reflecting back to you your consciousness, where you are on your path. So it's my belief that as consciousness, we split into two so that we can grow more. We have two consciousness beings experiencing life to the best of their abilities, learning everything, good, bad, right, wrong, the whole spectrum. And then when you're both, feel complete with your journey, then comes the journey towards self and reunion and completion. So many of you have given up on the connection because you're still feeling incomplete. And that's okay. That is part of the journey of consciousness. You're feeling incomplete. You have yet to discover for yourself what consciousness needs for you to experience. So experiencing getting off the twin flame journey, getting involved in something else, someone else, or creating a different, more evolved version of your twin flame connection, it's entirely up to you. You get to choose this adventure. And so if stepping off the adventure or the twin flame journey is what you're called to do, it is part of life. And what happened to me is that it pulled me back in because I had to follow my heart. I was in a place in my life where I had to question everything: my livelihood, my work, my career. Was I being in service? How am I going to be in service? How do I love myself? How do I nurture my inner child? How do I, what gifts and talents do I have that people can receive value for? I was on this whole quest. After I got off the twin flame journey, I was on that quest. And that quest led me back to the twin flame journey. And I was like, okay, I don't have a choice. I'm just going to go with it. I'm 52 years old. I don't have like the liberty of being in my 20s where I can just, try anything and everything, which I did. But I have to like stick with some things and create it so that it works. And with any journey, there's ups and downs. So it's not about me. It's just what I want to share with you is my own experience. And it is completely normal to give up on a twin flame. I definitely did. I definitely 100% did. I stopped believing that twin flames were a thing, that they were real. And I just got lost in ego land of 3D because not even like my spirituality was really, I didn't feel like I was gaining anything. I didn't feel like I was getting any further ahead in my life. So I just went totally 3D. I'm like, how do I succeed? How do I hustle? How do I, have success in the 3D sense of success? And I went that route, and it just brought me back because I was unfulfilled in that route. So what I'm saying is that you are starting a new chapter in your life of expanding your consciousness. So giving up is okay on the journey. It doesn't make you any less. It doesn't make you any better. We're all just here to expand consciousness. But if you are called to give up on your twin flame connection, it is because consciousness wants you to expand, wants you to come into alignment with what makes you feel complete, what makes you feel fulfilled. And if you get that fulfillment from a karmic, from a soulmate, from someone that, you don't want to give a label to, then yes, do it, go for it. At least if you're giving up on the journey, you're doing something. You're doing something to actually progress, to expand, to evolve. So never feel guilty about giving up on your twin flame, because that's probably why you are also in separation, because your twin flame wants expansion, wants to discover, why they feel the way they do. They just want to be happy like you do. And so consciousness splits us apart so we can gain experience, gain lessons, gain wisdom, so that we do feel complete, so that we do feel fulfilled. So, in a sense, if you're experiencing your twin flame abandoning you, they are actually leading you. They are leading you to your journey of letting go of this connection. It may be temporary, it may be for good. But what we can do is really appreciate the connection for what it brought us. I've gained so much from my twin flame connection that I never would have gotten to in just like letting go of this connection. So much of who I am was inspired by my twin flame and my twin flame connection. I wouldn't be who I am sitting here today if it weren't for this is bestie, if it weren't for my twin flame and my connection. So we can be grateful, we can be thankful, and we can let it go with love. He decided to just park himself right here. Yeah, we can be thankful for what the connection brought to us. And so the reason why you're giving up on the journey, the reason why you're questioning, is because that's part of the journey. It's so that you can expand your own consciousness and find your way back home, regardless of your twin flame, regardless of a twin flame, regardless of the journey. You're meant to find your way back home to be fulfilled, to be complete. So, not to worry. What I find is that no matter where we are in life, there's a part of us that will always want love. So we can step away from love, deny that we need that love. But that's part of being human. That's part of even being like part of our divinity. We are divine beings. We are created from love. So to step away from love we only end up feeling dissatisfied anyway. So not to worry that you're at a point now where you just want to give up. That is okay. I myself experienced that. And for any of my clients watching, if, all I wish for you is the best, to find completion, to find wholeness. And if we don't work together again, or if maybe our paths will cross again, whether they do or not, you are meant to be where you are meant to be. So I just wanted to give some clarity, because especially with, I believe there's 3 planets going direct. That in itself, when it was going retrograde, pulled up a lot of suppressed stuff that we haven't been dealing with, that we were unable to deal with, even from past lives. So it's being brought up through our consciousness so that it can be released. So any emotions that you're feeling right now, it is part of the universe intervening for our own healing. So for those of us who don't have access for healing, the universe is intervening. For those of us who are healing, consciously, the universe is assisting that. And it's not easy. Healing is not a pretty thing. It's hard. It's painful. It's bringing up memories from the past, from past life, tragedy, trauma. And no one wants to deal with that. No one wants to unpack that. But with the universe intervening, the universe is saying, let it go. So allow the pain, the trauma to pass through your consciousness, because that is part of letting go. And when you allow yourself to feel it, when you give yourself that space to actually feel the pain from the past, know that it doesn't own you, that it is not you, that it's just passing. Just think of it as a really big storm that's having to push through until the sun comes out again. Just ride it, ride that storm, and be gentle with yourself. Hug yourself during the stormy season, because that's what's going on now. Everyone's going through this crazy storm where everything is just being brought up. That's why there is so much darkness, because people's stuff is all coming to the surface, and it's not pretty. But when we see it from a higher perspective, we can have compassion for the healing of consciousness, for the healing of humanity, for the healing of our world, and just hold space of love, unconditional love, mostly for yourself. Hold it for yourself, put the oxygen mask on yourself, and then you can lend support to the world. So I know how you're feeling. I can feel it. I want to cry because I can feel what you're going through. And the most traumatic things have been happening to you in your experience in this twin flame journey. Painful emotions. I get it. I've been there. I am with you. I'm experiencing it with you. I'm experiencing this in my own twin flame connection. So when you remember who you truly are, when you remember that you're a divine being, that you are sovereign in your own world, that you get to call the shots, you get to create and decide and choose what you're willing to accept in your consciousness, in your life, in your reality. And so far, we've been open to accepting pain and like living in the past. We've been accepting that as our present, as our reality. But that's not what we're meant to. We are divine. We don't have to choose to create that. We can create wellness. We can create peace and harmony. We can create romance and union with the love of our lives. But first, we must get aligned within ourselves. We must get our energies aligned and straightened out, because we're only going to attract another person that matches the misalignment. It's a crazy journey, but it's an adventure. Being in the 3D world is the wildest ride we could ever dream of experiencing, but we chose to be here. We signed up for this 3D illusion of life. We chose to forget divinity and be totally immersed in this 3D experience to gain experience, to gain wisdom. We signed up for this. So if you're needing a timeout even from life, so be it. It's been tough on us for the last couple of years with everything that's going on. Our whole reality, our whole way of living has changed. But all we can do is choose consciously what we want to accept into our lives as reality. We can choose to focus on illness, sickness, death, trauma, tragedy, woundedness, or we can choose to focus and look for evidence of wellness. We can look for evidence of what we want to create and accept in our own reality. So, not to despair. My heart truly goes out to each and every one of you because you've experienced so much pain. But that was part of, what we signed up for. That was part of the original consciousness, probably bored one day thinking, okay, I need some experience. Therefore created, split into two, split consciousness so that, there could be some interaction. And then from there grew the desire to learn and expand and grow more through the darkness, through, experiencing the opposite of light, experiencing the opposite of love. How can we really appreciate what love and light is if we don't have something that balances it, or that something that helps us see what love is, what light is? If we don't have the dark, if we don't have fear, we can't appreciate love. We can't appreciate love or light. So you are exactly where you are meant to be, twin flames. And, if you never come back to this journey, it's because you are complete. You don't need this journey. You don't need the label, because you are fulfilled in whatever way you chose to find it. So I really do hope that helps. I'm just trying to think of my clients. I just want to say that it's part of your spiritual journey. It's part of your journey back to oneness. Consciousness created a mirror in order to have that journey to come back home to completion. So that's where you are. You're separating in order to come back home to oneness, to source, whatever that means for you. So, yeah. So let's get started with your reading. What else? Let's try to get some specifics for you. Let's see. What does the universe want to say to you regarding your journey? What does the universe want to say to you? Page of Wands. What does the universe want to say to you? What does the universe want to say to you on your journey? Well, maybe not on your journey, but just in general, what does the universe want to say to you? Say to us. Seven of Wands. Okay. So the universe is saying that not to be hard on yourself if it feels like you're going backwards and you're like at square one, like everything you worked for seems like, okay, what was that? I worked so hard to get where I am only to find that I'm back at square one. The universe is saying you're leveling up. Even if it seems like, something was destroyed or something was taken away or something is not as it should be. The universe is saying that is part of the journey. And to be gentle with yourself, because what you have going for you is the wisdom, is the knowledge, are the lessons that you have received from this situation. The universe is saying it's okay to be where you are and to just take baby steps. Start again, start over again, and not be afraid of where you are, and not be afraid of going slowly. I'm just getting be gentle with wherever you are. And the universe is saying, it's okay to start over again. Sorry, is Bestie distracting? What I'm getting is the universe is saying not to give up hope. Because not only is the universe guiding you, but your inner knowingness, your inner guidance is guiding you. So much has gone on energetically that we're no longer who we were, a year ago, a month ago, a week ago. We've completely shifted consciously, whether we're conscious of it or not. We have more of an expansion, again, because of intervention, the planets, the moon cycles, things are clearing. So the universe is saying, trust your inner guidance. Trust whatever messages that you're getting, and not to feel bad about where you are in having to start over again. The universe is saying, be proud, stand tall, because in essence, it means you're not giving up. this paw over here. 7 of Wands. I heard right away feeling defensive, or I heard defensiveness. Yeah, I'm getting this is about trust. Because when we're in defense mode, it's like we're in a battle by ourselves, and the universe is saying that's not what you are meant to, that's not how you're meant to live in defense mode. The universe is saying to put down your sword, put down your shield, and allow the universe to carry you. Allow the universe to defend you or protect you. Open up to feeling safe, that the universe always has your back. Because that is the truth of how the universe works. We've created a 3D illusion that, it's every man for himself, and it is an unsafe world. That's just an illusion of what we choose to partake in. But the truth of the universe is the universe always has your back. The universe supports your growth, supports life, supports your life. So what I'm really getting is that the universe is saying you can put down your sword, you can put down your defenses, and start to trust in the universe. Birds. So, yeah, the universe is saying, trust that the universe has your back. Just, when they have those trust exercises where someone just falls back and someone catches you, that's what I'm getting the visual of, that the universe wants me to relay for you. Get to that point where you can trust that the universe has your back. Just fall back and let the universe catch you. This is even a strong message for me, to just let go and let the universe catch us. Because when we have our defenses up, we are actually blocking opportunity. So see how this person is holding up this rod or wand out of to defend themselves against being attacked. However, that is an illusion. It can feel like it's the truth. It can feel very real. 3D life is pretty damn real. But how we can also see this as, this is the universe wanting to come in and give us blessings, opportunity, abundance, wellness, well-being. And we're like, no, I don't trust. So the universe wants to give you what you desire, but you're still holding up some defenses. And we let go of our defenses when we trust. So ways we can practice that is trusting yourself, that you're not going to let yourself down. You have been created by the universe. You are a creator. You have power. You are divinity. You are sovereign. So you don't have to let yourself down. I meant to say that you're not going to let yourself down. You can trust in your own ability, just as a sovereign being, as a divine person being. You're not going to let yourself down. The illusion is, we let ourselves down. We make mistakes. That's just to gain experience and wisdom. But we never let ourselves down. Whatever choice we make is for expansion, is to expand consciousness, is to learn the lesson, to be self-aware. And in doing so, you are a ripple effect for the world around you. You impact the world every day by choices and decisions and lessons and expansion and growth. So when we put the sword down, we can let in the blessings, the abundance that is our birthright. By being created, it is our divine right to experience abundance in every possible way. However, we're born into a world where we're conditioned that it's fight or flight, it's struggle, it's competition, only the best man wins kind of mentality. And so we're not set up to actually experience our divinity. We have to go through life and all its challenges and trials in order to remember our divinity. That is what's happening, so not to worry. Okay. I'm still gonna let's gain insight into your connection. Let's gain more insight into what's happening in your connection for those of you that are interested. 7 of Cups. Let's take another one. What's happening on your journey? And why is it driving us crazy? Three of Wands. So twin flames are still wishing and hoping for love, wherever they may be, wherever you may be, even if they have, fallen off the planet, even if you're, on your way to giving up. Twin flames are still, they're giving up because they're looking for love elsewhere. Twin flames, you're stepping off the journey, or you're giving up on the journey because you haven't lost hope for love. You've just lost hope in the person. And what that essentially means is that you've lost hope in yourself, in being able to be who you are truly meant to be in order to experience this love. So you're still wishing and hoping for something better. And, that's part of being human. It's very natural. So you're looking at different avenues. You're looking at different possible partners. Maybe you're revisiting old flames, old relationships, or you're on a dating site. You're seeing, you're out shopping is what I'm getting. You're shopping for happiness. And what we have to remember is that we don't have to shop for it outside, because happiness stems from within. If we're not in touch with our own source of happiness, no matter how much shopping we do, no matter how much we search for that other person that's not our twin flame or our twin flame, no matter how much we want to buy things or buy experience or buy love, it's never going to be fulfilling, because it has to come from within. We have to feed ourselves from our source within. That's the only time it's fulfilling. And we don't know how to do that. We're brought up in society to say we need to get things in order to be happy. We need to get another person in order to be happy, whole, and, normal. We're not taught that sometimes it's necessary to be just by yourself, to discover your divinity, to discover your own source of happiness and love, which is inside. So your twin flame is, looking at other options too. You're both like going through the catalog of life, looking for what's going to make me happy. Should I buy this? Should I buy this? Should I, take this route, take this job, take this career, open this business? Everyone's in shopping mode, looking for options. And that's okay too. However long it takes, you will come back to oneness, because that is the evolution of consciousness, to get completion, to come back home to source, which is within here. We were created from source, so source exists within us. So your twin flame is shopping, you're shopping. Yeah, we just have to look within. Three of Wands. I feel like this is both you and your twin flame are looking outside for, like, looking to others for answers, opinions. This is very normal. There's nothing wrong with it. But it takes us further from trusting our own source of wisdom when we go looking for answers outside of us. And I do this too. I listen to readers all the time, so. But what it does is it just confirms my own knowingness, which is good. But, it's trusting that knowingness and not needing any confirmation, just trusting. So when twin flames are going outside and wanting, opinions of others, even wanting acceptance, that takes away from you knowing for yourself. And that's okay too. It's part of the journey. So you may be forming groups or finding new friends, or being more social now that things are, I guess, changing. Wanting to connect with others, create a team, create a network. I'm feeling like, because, this whole cycle has been about isolation, people are wanting to go outside and connect more. So this could be like you opening up to several partners or dating options, part of what's going on with the options. And, your twin flame could be doing this too, seeking outside validation for themselves. We all do this. So I really get the sense that what we're experiencing now, going outside, shopping, looking to others, is really because we're still hanging on to the old cycle of not wanting to go within. And this happens because we don't want to deal with what's in here. Let's just be distracted and get involved in other people because I don't want to look what's inside of me. It's scary. It's painful. It's troublesome. It's hard work. And who wants to do that? Let's just go buy experience. Let's just go buy stuff, buy people, you know. But what I'm getting the sense is that it's all to lead us back to finding our center. So twin flames may be like scattering and being busy and distracted and wanting new experience. And that's totally part of the journey. Each twin flame, you are out there to gain experience so that you can feel complete and then come home and be like, whew, that was an adventure. I'm ready to relax and enjoy the fruits of my labor, the wisdom I've attained. It's the, like the prodigal son returning home. That's what both of you and your twin flame are like, out doing your thing to bring back home the wealth of your experience, the wealth of your knowledge, the wealth of your wisdom that you are needing to share with the world, by the way. It's part of your purpose to share what you've learned on this crazy ride of life. What are... You guys want to know what's in your twin flame's headspace when they think of you? I've been getting it's fine for us to want to know and find out, but then sometimes I feel like, I know that they're only going to energetically allow, certain things to be shared and other things we won't be able to read into. So whatever we're gaining from, readings energetically is what they are energetically willing to put out there. So it's not like we are invading their privacy or, doing something sneaky to find out what they're up to. I don't choose to operate that way. I don't feel that it's in integrity or ethical, I guess. So we're tuning in to what energies they are putting out there, to whatever their soul gives permission to. So Queen of Wands, they're thinking of you in, they're seeing you as powerful. There's a sunflower. They're seeing you as powerful. They're seeing you as you're moving forward, you're moving on, and maybe you have let go. See how this queen is, she's kind of like leaving, not paying attention to this, her wand. They see you as moving forward in your life, letting go of the past, possibly letting go of their connection. They see you doing this, or that's what is in their mind, that you have let go, that you are stepping into their power, and you're no longer this victim in your connection. You're more in your power now. You're more in your power, and you are stepping into new experiences that demonstrate your power, and they can see that. They may be worried that they have lost you or that you have forgotten them. But I'm seeing that they're seeing that it's the best thing for you, even if they miss you, even if they still have that desire to be with you. which I'm getting from the wands, that there is still desire there, but they're seeing you as moving forward. What else? What else are they thinking about when they think of you? Okay, we got 2 here. What are we at? Oh my god, 50. Oh yeah, that was the earlier. 4 of Wands. And 6 of Cups. Oh my goodness. So this is what happens. The minute you let go and you give up and you're like, screw them, I'm leaving this twin flame journey, twin flame bullshit. They come running after you because look, 6 of Cups and 4 of Wands. I see this as reunion card. I see this as like, remember, like past love coming back. They're secretly wanting it, even if they don't admit it, because twin flames are always connected. So they're experiencing, or they're thinking that you're moving on, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, did I lose my chance? Did I miss out? You know, they're better off without me. You know, they're the one that got away. How do I, like, I'm stuck and I can't go to them. Like, I want this love. The love that we had, the love that we shared. Did I miss my chance? Because this is like building a foundation again. What's going on? I'm just kidding. It always happens. The minute one stops chasing, the other one starts chasing. So, for example, you're wanting to give up on the journey. You're now considered the runner. And guess what? The dynamic is just going to repeat where they chase you, and them chasing you, that energy of, okay, yeah, let's get back. And, you know, I want to bring back the past, the love of our past. You're like, too late, buddy. Too late, twin flame. You missed the boat. I've been going through all this and now you want to come back? I'm done. You had your chance. Ooh, I'm feeling your energy. And the more they want to chase you, the more you're like, no. The more you're like bolting out of there. It's so funny, the way we are as humans. But that's okay. It's part of the journey. I don't mean that it's funny, like haha, like laughing at it, but it's just when you look at it from a higher perspective, and you know your higher self is looking down at your ego self. Your higher self is going, what are you doing? Get back to source. Get back to alignment. Get back to your center. Follow your heart. Yeah, like when I see these, this is like love. This is like, so they see you moving on and now they want you. Like, these are the cards. This is the energy. What's in their heart space when they think of you? What's in their heart space when they think of you? Because this is driving us nuts. The Chariot. Ooh. They're coming to chase you. They're like, no, don't leave me. Yeah, they feel you have left the building. They can no longer sense your presence because you're like, I've given up. You're saying you've given up. So they're like running after you energetically. They're like, wait, hold on. I forgot to tell you something. So this is all going on energetically. The mind is a very powerful tool that actually holds us back. So, you know, your twin flame could be going through this, but it's their mind that is like, you know, they've got pride. They're not gonna crawl back with their tail in between their legs. They don't want to do that either because it's ego. We play these ego games. We just have to come back. to our divine selves. So the Chariot, I feel like within their heart, they're choosing their heart, which is choosing love, which is choosing you. And now that you're gone, you're nowhere to be found. Because right now I'm getting like, you're done. You don't want to go back to that. And that's okay. Let them chase you. Let them see how it feels. I'm just kidding. But that's what happens. That's why it's a dynamic. It's part of the, journey. Till one of you hops off that whole journey and you begin to come into alignment with who you truly are, remembering your sovereignty. And then this cycle ends. Whether you end up with your twin flame or not, you will end up where you are meant to be. It's a choice, whether we consciously choose it or not. I hope this is helpful, guys. What's coming up for you for this week? What's coming up for you guys this week? Actually, I wanted to do some inner child stuff. I have been neglecting my own inner child as well. Hence why I forget to have messages to see how they're doing. Let's check in with the inner child. How is the inner child doing? How is the inner child doing? Ooh. Okay, so these 3 fell out. I want to run away. I feel disconnected from you. I'm walking away. The inner child's very upset with all of us. Your inner child's upset with you. My inner child's upset with me. Inner child wants to run away from this craziness of, twin flame bullshit. That's where a lot of the anger is stemming from. Because the inner child feels neglected, unloved, feels disconnected. Sorry, that's backwards. Feels like you've walked away from them. So how does that affect you? Whoever you want is going to run away from you. Whoever you want you're going to feel disconnected from. Whoever you are wanting to begin with is going to walk away. So whether that's a new partner or your twin flame, the inner child is exhibiting these feelings because we've walked away from them. We've disconnected from them. We've, abandoned them. So it makes sense that, we feel abandoned by our twin flame because we've abandoned ourselves. We've betrayed ourselves. We've abandoned our inner child. So this is a pattern, just like the runner-chaser. And the only way that pattern stops is if we really put conscious effort. Like being aware of it every time and going within and being there for your inner child. You can do that. Takes work, doesn't happen overnight, never happens overnight. It's like reestablishing a relationship with a child that was abandoned, and you are now having to reestablish trust and connection and love. Your inner child is a real thing, is a real energy that exists within you. So we as the parent have to nurture our inner child, reestablish that relationship so that we don't feel the feelings of our inner child, feeling abandoned, feeling rejected, feeling, like this is bullshit, get me out of here. So these are energetic blocks, not only in your twin flame connection, but in every area of life. Finances, health, other relationships. Things start to fall apart because we are out of alignment. So we have 3 energies within us. We have our divine inner masculine, we have our divine inner feminine, we have our divine inner child. When those energies are out of balance, we're going to remain stuck in this cycle, like going over and over and repeating like Groundhog Day. So until we do something to disrupt that pattern, It's going to be Groundhog Day to the end of days. And we just get lost and caught up in this repetition of a cycle. And it will always continue, but with a different person. But it's like same shit, different day. Is that how the saying goes? I don't even know. But yeah, it's like the same thing, but with a new person. It's a new aspect of you that you are experiencing. Because again, they are a mirror. Not just a twin flame is a mirror. Soulmate, karmic is also a mirror of what is within us. So we need to help clear this energetic block within our inner child so that we can let go of that and really create from a space of neutrality where all energies are in balance and alignment. And I go over this 12 weeks of my online course on how do we come into alignment with these three energies, divine masculine, divine feminine, divine inner child. Because that has also been my journey. So do message me for my 12-week course. You can purchase it. Think of it as an investment in yourself. So yeah, the inner child is not happy with us right now. We're too off, like we're off in la la land, trying to find love, trying to shop for, what makes us happy. We're out shopping and our inner child's like, hello, I exist, I am part of you. Give me a hug. Just hug yourself right now. Just do it. It feels silly, but it also feels really good. I try to do it at least once a day. Yeah, when we hug ourselves, we're not reliant on our twin flame to hug us. We're not reliant on like a parent to hug us because we've got two arms. We can use them. And it feels so good. It feels just as good as a hug from someone else. It even feels better. Just do it. I'm not going to continue until you hug yourself. Just kidding. So much energy. It's like I'm sweating. Armpits. I'm feeling your energy, guys. And I was really called to do this reading today to really lend support and guidance for you. Okay, so now that we know what's going on with the inner child, message me for the healings. They help us release what we're suppressing, what's been suppressed for decades, years, lifetimes. And it brings it up so that it can be released. We know it's working because we can feel the emotions. They feel horrible. They feel terrible. We cry for days sometimes. But then we self-care and they get released from our consciousness. They get released from the cells of our body. I also go over emotional freedom technique in the online course, which helps in support of the inner child healings. So do message me because I know how it feels. I've been there and I still go through that as well. What's coming up for everyone who's watching? What's coming up for everyone who's watching? Can we have some good news, please? Frickin' Ace of Cups. New love. King of Swords. Ooh. Nine of Wands. So, opportunity for you. In terms of love, don't be disappointed if it's self-love, because that by far is the best type of love. When you fill your own cup of love, see how it's just overflowing? You have so much love within you that you've given to yourself that you just overflow. And whoever you choose is just going to be there like a bee to honey with all this overflowing honey. So this is what's coming up for you. So thank God, because, I'm feeling everybody and you're like, I'm done. Like, I don't even want to watch this reading by Twin Flame Inner Child Journey Jade. But thank you for watching. I appreciate you're here. But this is a new beginning. This is a new cycle. Because the runner chaser thing, you're going to see that you want to get off that. You want to get off that ride because it makes us nauseous. And you're going to be receiving this love, filling your own cup of love. And that could be, with regards to another area of life, like finding success in your job, in your career, in your work, having fulfillment. And maybe that's what is needed. That's what is needed. That's why you're giving up, because you need to put focus and attention into your own endeavors of what you want to create. You need to create. That's why you're so unhappy and unfulfilled in your connection, because you need to create something apart from your connection. You've already created a connection. You know you can do that in your sleep. We're wired to do that. But we are also wired to receive abundance and success, and we can create that and receive it. So whatever's coming up for you this week is really about you and filling your own cup of love. And when you start doing that, you'll start to feel better. Just having that awareness, okay, this is about me and how do I feel better, and taking care of myself in the way that I want to be taken care of. How do I love myself in the way I want my twin flame to love me? Maybe that's the lesson right now. That's why you're giving up, because we have to learn how to love ourselves first. We have to learn how to fill our own cup of love. So whatever's coming up for you this week is about self-love. Good for you, because we all know in the end, law of attraction, you will attract that love, and it will be mirrored back to you. So be open to receiving it from other places other than your twin flame. Could be your twin flame. Things can happen. Energy shifts, awareness shifts, consciousness shifts. Anything's possible. King of Swords. I feel like this is like a person. It could be someone that's opposing you in some way. But I really feel like this trumps this opposition. Whatever's opposing you, this could even be your own thoughts. This could be someone else's opinion on your life, on your twin flame connection. Let's not bother with their opinion. I mean, you don't even have to listen to my opinion, because you're going to know what's right for you. And you always know what's right for you. So you are going to overcome this opposition of whatever's opposing you. You're going to be free from that. I feel like this is going to let you go. Whatever's opposing you is going to let you go. And then you might want to hang on to that. So just be aware of that. Anything's possible now that things are going direct. That means going forward, the planets, with the full moon, like all bets are off, clean slate. If this opposing force lets you go, you also have free will to let it go or to hang on to it. And a lot of the times the ego likes to hang on because the inner child fears change. If someone has been opposing us, or something, a situation has been like in opposition for so long, it becomes a habit, a pattern. We don't know anything different. So we hang on to that. So you have the power to let it go. You have the power to choose it or not. And all you have to say is, I choose something else. And this will be bye-bye. It's not going to oppose you anymore. You are sovereign. You are powerful. 9 of Wands. I feel like something that you've been working really hard on, and it doesn't have to be the twin flame connection. It could be something else. Something else that you're really passionate about. Not your twin flame. Think of something else that you're passionate about. It's going to start this new cycle of being appearing in your life now. something that you always wanted, something that you've always wanted to create, you're going to see opportunity for it, or you're going to see opportunity sprouting. I'm getting like it's that end of the cycle of like struggling to get it off the ground. So again, this trumps over whatever else you're going through, is because life supports your expansion. Life supports life. Universe supports life. So whatever you've been trying to get off the ground is going to get that support, is all of a sudden going to start appearing in your life. So I really hope this reading was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting my work, supporting my channel, my YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok. If it weren't for you, I'd be here talking to nobody. So I thank you. And I thank you for, participating on this journey with me, for choosing me as one of the many, many people that you pick. Thank you for choosing me. And for those of you who have worked with me and are continuing to work with me, I thank you. I thank you every day. I am so thankful for you and your support and for our journey together, working together. I truly, truly do. So in saying that, feel free to book your twin flame reading with me. Feel free to purchase the Innerchild Healings. The readings are on promo for $95 as opposed to $143. For 2 healing sessions, they're on promo for $295. So you receive 2 healing videos for $295, and then message me for the online course, because I'm also offering it at the promo price, not the regular price. So it's 12-week course. You get to see this person for 12 weeks, guiding you on your journey back to alignment. So again, I want to thank you so very much. And until next time, I'm wishing you all so much love and peace.